Hey man, it's opening weekend. My name is Tony. On a Friday at the theater, hoping to get right out of the theater feedback for the new horror film, Hard Eyes. Let's see what the people have to say. Here's a guy with no heart and beady eyes. His name, David Zaslav, CEO of Warner Brothers. No, he's not a movie bad guy, but he cancels them. See you at the theater. I'm standing here with the one, the only, the movie kid.
Hey, happy to be on.
And you are going to get an old guy's and a young guy's perspective on this new movie, new horror movie.
Yeah.
Hard Eyes.
Horror. That's a little bit of a generous...
Listen, when I was your age, our horror movies were razor thin.
Yeah, like a lot. I know, like back in like I don't know. Like,
in the 80s.
I'm not trying to age you, but like the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. There was My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, like like I know, like Friday the 13th and stuff like that, and they're very.
Well, this is a holiday themed. It hits Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And then in 01, there was a movie. It was just called Valentine.
Right. Yeah.
They built this as a horror movie. The trailer sold us a horror movie. I'm not complaining. I don't know if you are. I didn't know I went to see a rom-com.
It's okay. It's an okay movie. I'm not going to act like this is the best horror movie I've ever seen. I'm not going to act like it's the worst horror movie I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horror movie that flirts, no pun intended, flirts with being a rom-com.
Yeah.
You got
a little too much rom-com, if you ask me. Not enough Hard Eyes, not enough slash.
Yeah. I know the two main characters. I forgot. The guy was in Scream. I forgot. I think he was in the new Scream movies.
Okay.
And the girl actually...
Olivia Holt.
She was actually in the Disney show I used to watch as a kid.
They mentioned the movie, well, you probably don't know. There's a movie called 10 Things I Hate About You, and they mention it in this movie. Mm-hmm. She kind of looks like Julia Stiles.
Some similarities.
But I don't want to... We're going down a different...
But Olivia Holt and I forgot the guy's name, sorry, but essentially, they are, two sort of people who have, I guess... Like
they have to work together, and they find themselves running from the Hard Eyes Killer.
Yeah, it's a chance encounter, and then next thing you know, the Hard Eyes Killer's after.
Yeah.
And, the Hard Eyes Killer is doing Hard Eyes Killer things like you see in the trailer. He's rampage throughout the country.
He's a slasher, yeah.
Yeah.
His mask is pretty cool. It's somewhere between, I'm going to quote whoever's writing the Roger Ebert column now. It's somewhere, his mask is somewhere between the emoji and this mask. There's a horror movie called The Collector, which you probably never saw. But
I haven't heard of it, but...
It's good.
It's
Go rent that instead of it so you can rinse this off of you. And I'm not saying this movie sucked. Are you?
Like I said, it's a very
It was just okay.
Movie. It's an okay movie that's trying to figure out its identity.
Right.
And I'm gonna sound a little mean here. I feel like it's one of those movies where you feel like the actors are acting, and you don't get deep into the movie at some points. I'm not gonna say it's bad because there are some points where you enjoy the mindless horror. And you get invested a little bit in the characters, you get a little depth out of them, but it's not consistent enough for me to say this is a good movie. I would say it's okay.
The kills are good.
The kills are... there's definitely some creativity.
But there's a lot in the trailer, so,
It's very much okay, and I hate to say that with a movie, but it's like it just sort of left me wanting more and kind of confused as to what it's trying to accomplish.
Gotcha.
But if you have time... go see it if you just want something mindless.
Should we tell people to don't run out of the theater because there's something not quite at the end, but like in the middle, they play that trick?
There's a little mid-credits thing. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Movie Kid, thanks a million. Hey, I'll see you next time, man. Look at that. Another out of the theater review. Thanks a million. We'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it.